All right, all right. Hey, Libras, welcome back. Libras, to start this video, I keep hearing the phrase, you wear it well. You wear it well. I don't know what that is, if it's like tongue-in-cheek, or if it's sarcastic, or if it's like, wow, you wear that well. Like, that looks good on you. That happiness looks good on you. That person looks good on you. Something about you wear it well. Well, interesting, because this is actually the Knight of Swords, but you notice dangling from the Pegasus neck, we actually see the Libra scales, which I think is a really interesting thing that they did on this card. This is like straight up, like, of course, this card is Libra energy, but still they really dominated. I noticed the Libra scales more than I really noticed the Pegasus. And remember, in Greek mythology, when Zeus and the Olympian gods were fighting to overthrow the Titans, the old gods, they were not successful until the Pegasus got involved. When the winged horses, joined in, that led the way to victory. So we actually are starting out with maybe somebody wears victory really well, meaning the Libra wears victory really, really well. Interesting. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we have a Judgment card. We have an Emperor coming in as well. Wow, we've got some really strong energies on this so far. Okay. What more have we? We have a Six of Pentacles, which again, look at the Libra scales smack dab in the middle there on that Six of Pentacles. We have a Six of Cups. And then we have the Knight of Wands. But it's interesting because normally a Knight of Wands is racing in. This Knight is actually being thoughtful. So this is not crazy passionate lover just coming in to disrupt things or coming in for one night of passion. This is, the Six of Cups is someone who wants to come back into a situation where they want to be surrounded by people that they love. It almost looks like this feminine is getting a ton of support by people around her. I would look at this more as a turn of good fortune, being surrounded by wonderful things, having, it's almost like the universe is finally bringing back a better time for the Libra, bringing in something that really feels powerful, feels balanced, feels like, wow, at long last, Libra's finally getting something that they deserve. Especially when we see it with this. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a Two of Wands in here also that was sandwiched behind this one. My apologies. I didn't see that as I was kind of, there's probably coffee decaf that glued them together, knowing me. There's a choice to be had. I want to say that I don't know if this is a situation where an individual wants to return to the Libra, but it is a return of good fortune to the Libra, and Libra is being surrounded by amazing things, thoughtful, like fulfilling, loving things. It does look like there is someone coming in for the Libra, but most importantly, finally the Libra is getting a big old win. There's some big victory, and then maybe it's that the Libra can finally go towards something that they want for themselves. Maybe they're finally allowing themselves to pursue the things in life, to surround themselves with something so wonderful. But it feels to me like the Libra has all the choices here. The universe has aligned properly. There's some royal decree that, like, this Libra, you are receiving this, that, Archangel Gabriel is blowing that horn saying, everyone step aside. Now is the time that we revive all the good things for Libra. Libra has battled something. They've come out a hero. This is their time. Tell me, why did I get the message, you wear it well? You wear it well. What is that? The world. Definitely victory. Definitely you wear the world well. You wear this change really well. You're looking fly. Doesn't matter. I don't care who this character is. Doesn't matter what we think when we look in the mirror. To the rest of the world, man, you look good. This could be, and all too often, after a battle, and this would be something that the Libra had to battle, but they came out victorious. Battles fatigue us. Battles, we think, I look old, I feel old. No, you don't look old at all. You look fantastic. You look like if anything, you got more of a presence than you've ever had in your life. Like, that's what happens when we come out victorious after really being tested. We don't look haggard. We come across as somebody who's got, like, a powerful countenance. You got those square shoulders. You got that, chin up. You got an element of like certainty about you. Doesn't matter what age someone is, they are looking probably their most, how do I want to say it? Their most imposing. And like, again, it's something about the countenance of this individual, of our Libra, is so, they've never been more of a head turner than they are today. And it's because of the struggles our Libra has been through, and they've come out the other side, and they've come out stronger. They've come out a winner, which maybe didn't look like someone was going to come out a winner for a while, but they have now. Absolutely amazing. And I feel like someone official is saying, this is it. This is yours. Now, it could be the universe that is represented by that emperor, but I feel like the Libra is aware that they've won something. The thing that they may not be aware of is just how much they've won. Every choice that the Libra wants to make is up to them. They are in charge completely. Which direction do I want to go? It's up to me. I know that I want to be surrounded by good stuff. I feel like the Libra has a very clear idea of what kind of happiness they would like to return to. On the fringes, there is something that wants to return and be a part of the Libra's life right now as well. And it is something to do with passion. I think that the Libra has not had passion maybe in a long time, and that is what's coming in. So you wear it well. You wear this new life really well. You look stronger, better, and more attractive than you ever have. And it is because of what you've gone through. It's an interesting, I've been getting several things that pop up lately about like the way somebody looks, and the like this beauty and this energy and this what do I want to say? Like sophistication is a word that I think I'm looking for. We have a 10 of Cups. We have a Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's going to have a hell of a lot of good times up ahead. They can finally have a fully completed, successful life with love, with happiness, with abundance. There's a sense of stability coming in for the Libra now. Whatever the Libra had to deal with, that sense of instability, that sense of, things that were unfair, all the things that they wrestled with, all the things that they probably had to overcome. Maybe some of them were personal struggles. Maybe there were struggles. Whatever remember the Olympian gods had to fight the Titans. Well, Kronos was Zeus's own father, right? So the Olympian gods had to overthrow the old gods, who happened to be, his parent. And so he and his brothers and sisters had to fight to have freedom. And the Titans, some of those mythological stories are not super awesome, right? Maybe this is a story of somebody had to break out of living underneath someone's shadow, parental figures, or just the shadow that society casts upon us. And man, we've done it. We are our own individual now. I feel like there was something about overcoming inner turmoil, something about reviving ourselves, finding ourselves, knowing who we are, rising up, feeling our own backbone, knowing that we are someone of worth and of value. I almost feel like whether we are dealing with a masculine or a feminine, I almost wonder if maybe even this, I have two storylines right now. Either our Libra character had to rise up and reinvent themselves, and they are now getting the respect and the accolades that they deserve, maybe from a parental figure or from a powerful masculine, with that emperor being there. They're finally being acknowledged. They're finally being treated fairly, or they're out from under the shadow of someone, or they have stepped into their own emperor energy. Even if this is a female, this could be an individual who is standing there in their life as an emperor. Like, I am a rainmaker. That's what I want to say. Our Libra is a rainmaker now. They don't doubt that they have the power to build kingdoms. Now, finally stepping into our own, finally stepping into that sense of confidence, that sense of like, hell yeah, I deserve this. And yeah, it's more than just feeling like, okay, now I'm not shy anymore. No, this is more like I am a force to be reckoned with. And whatever I want is what I shall move towards. So what is it that I want? It looks like the Libra knows right out of the gate what I want is the kind of happiness that maybe I got a taste of once upon a time before I had to go deep into battle. I want to go back to that. I want to return to a time where maybe I was denied a lot of the happier things, time with good friends, or a time with a particular lover, or a time to just be surrounded by things that were gentle, things I didn't get to enjoy because they got swept away because I had to go out to battle. Whatever that battle is, I'm talking more in the grand sense, the metaphorical sense, like the battles of life. Maybe a lot of things went belly up all of a sudden in our character's life. And all of a sudden, instead of being able to enjoy, camaraderie, close friendships, or a particular loved one, a soulmate, maybe our Libra had to go off and deal with a ton of crappy life stuff. But they came out a victor, and they came out stronger than they've ever been, and they came out more confident than they've ever been. This is almost like this, we're still wearing our armor, but our helmet's off, and we are all the passion that once we had to direct toward, whatever life had thrown at us that we had to deal with. Now we're able to throw that same level of passion into building this kind of happiness. And we do. I mean, like, every ounce of our energy now gets poured into these cups of happiness, cups of joy. I feel like this is, if we were watching like, like the movie Robin Hood or something, we would be seeing a character who, they've gone through all of these tests and, all of these battles and all of these things. And finally, they've come through all the hardship, and now they win the prize. They win the hand of that great love. They get to go into a time of peace. All of the struggles and the strife, and the daring and, escape and narrow escapes and all the things that they had to deal with. They have finally found peace in the land. And now comes a time to just simply live life instead of live through battles. Now we get to live life. And one of the things that is in store for this Libra is an incredible amount of joy and happiness and stability with a loved one. It could be with an earth sign, doesn't have to be, but it certainly could be with an earth sign. I keep saying earth sign. This is because of the wheat. In this deck, this is actually not, despite the wheat, this is actually the Queen of Wands. Forgive me, I was focused on the wheat. Maybe it's somebody who has a combo of earth and fire in their energy flow, or it's just representing someone that we get to have a ton of passion with, as well as stability. Sorry, but that's my error there. So it looks good on Libra, this new life, this new version of themselves. Somebody walks with a confidence now. Tell me about this, whoever this individual is, this fire earth, this fire earth person. Doesn't have to be a feminine, can be, but more importantly, it's somebody who's receptive, somebody who wants to receive exactly what the Libra has. We have a 7 of Swords. Oh my. We have the Sun. We have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. And interestingly enough, we also have that Star card, but in the reverse. This is someone who went through their own battles. This is someone who they've actually been faking being happy. They've had certain elements of their life that have been really happy and certain elements of their life that have been agonizing. But they always lean toward the happiness, but they have known how to hide their sorrow, and their sorrow has been immense. This is a lot of lies with that 7 of Swords. A lot of lies that they've told, because it's like, I have to seek happiness or I'll never find it. So I have to believe in this even during times when it doesn't feel good. This person has lied about being really happy, but indeed they have found happiness. They have found a way to not hold themselves back, to try to move on. And this person has been gravely wounded. This person has been deeply wounded in the past. And yet they have found a way to keep focusing on brighter days. And they found those brighter days only because they wouldn't allow themselves to live in, those dark corners of their mind. That's an amazing person. Have they genuinely healed? No, they need a little bit more. I feel like this person has said, despite the fact that so many things have been unfair, despite the fact that so many things have been, maybe dealt to me that were unfair, My life is still a blessing, so I have to move forward, and I cannot hold on to the things that maybe were unfair. And yet, with this person has not received, they have not received what they deserved. Someone took away something that should have been theirs, and that is something that they chose not to focus on, but it did leave a scar. So we have a person who is, I would say, been denied something that was perhaps rightfully theirs, but instead of them making that the focal point of their life, they chose to try to move beyond that. But that impacted them. It pushed their life down a different road. And on one hand, you could say, well, it pushed them into trying to just keep believing in light, trying to just keep finding something positive. But there's definitely a wound here that this person still carries. I don't know if that impacts this at all. Let's see. We have a 10 of Wands in the reverse. We have a 10 of Swords in the reverse. We have the Tower in the reverse. We have the 5 of Wands. It does still impact everything. This is incomplete. They have an incomplete cycle that they're still tangled up in. Something has not been wiped clean. They still, I think that it's a bit of a daily struggle for them still, that they think about this and they work through this, and they think about this and they work through this. But it's a conscious choice every day to, I feel like this person has possibly really been through something very, very hard, which is, so has a Libra, right? So maybe that's why this is a good match. But this storyline says we could be dealing with someone who, they have trauma. They have trauma that they have figured out how to, continuously work through things so that they always look toward positivity. But this individual has had deep wounds. They have known deep disappointment. And although they keep saying, no, I can let go of the fact that this won't be resolved, whatever has happened to me, the backstabbing, the betrayals, whatever I have been through, I know that is something that stays with me. It's just a part of who I am now. That is something that doesn't go away. But in acknowledging that, I can also allow a certain amount of it to just say, well, it is what it is. It's an interesting thing because this person consciously says, I have to work through this. This is, it wasn't right, whatever happened to me, but I have to work through it. That's kind of something that I don't think that this is a mismatch here. No, not at all. We actually have that 9 of Wands. Both of these characters are battle weary. Both of these characters want brighter days. Both of these characters are saying, life is what it's been. It's been hard. It's been painful. But after all these battles, I'm ready for some happiness. I want a time of peace. It doesn't mean I'm not scarred. It doesn't mean that I don't have, memories and things that have happened. And this is for both characters. But it does mean that now, instead of thinking about, the struggles, I want to turn all of my attention to happier times. And we have Pan here playing his flute, right? This is it's a new springtime. It's a new chance to have happiness. I don't know why it's so important to really describe that this character has known great wounding as well, but it must be. And maybe because these two are going to be able to bond not over the pain, but be understanding of what one another has been through, but focus on, let's make it brighter. Let's make life better. We have a 7 of Wands, and then we have the Hierophant here. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm sorry. The King of Cups. Don't ask me why I want to say Hierophant. There's no Roman numeral number 5 on this. This is the King of Cups. He literally sits there. His hat, I'm sorry, that's what I was drawn to first. And I was picturing it like the Pope hat. My apologies. Boy, 2 times I've looked at cards incorrectly on this deck, which is interesting. Sometimes it happens, but not usually repetitiously. So I don't know if maybe we should keep that in the background as well, even though it's not the Hierophant, since that's the first thing that my eyes were drawn to, and that was an incorrect, I didn't see that properly. Maybe looking at each other, they recognize this is someone that I can open up to. This is someone that I can see long term. When I look at them, first, what I see is long term commitment. And maybe I've never seen long term commitment with anyone. We have that Seven of Wands. That Seven of Wands is major change. It's how we deal with struggles. In this case, we deal with struggles by being emotionally available, by talking about it, by making sure that one another knows, hey, maybe I'm feeling, like today is just a tough day where I've got, some old memories from some past hurt, but I'm not going to put that off on you. And the other partner is like, hey, baby, I get it. What do you need for me to be supportive? I know it's not directed at me. Okay, you need some time alone? Not a problem. I'll give you your space. Or, you just need a hug? Awesome. I'm not going to try to fix things because I know that's part of you, what you've been through, what I've been through. We got our stuff, right? We got a cup that's full of love, but we also got a cup that, has some memories of some other stuff that we went through also. But how we deal with struggles now is we actually emotionally open up about it, and maybe we understand what the other one needs when they're having a day where it's a struggle. It's an interesting story because I feel like this is all about two characters who, it's not roses and butterflies. It's real life. It's gritty. It's messy. But we find sometimes that if we can both accept each other right where we're at, including accept each other that, sure, we've got our stuff that we bring to the table. We all got dirty laundry. And that's okay. It's not going to be something that pushes us apart. Instead, we're going to find understanding and sensitivity in how we handle each other, because we're going to be openly, emotionally available to saying, hey, I'm feeling off kilter today. And the other person's going to be understanding of that. And it's a two-way street here. But I feel like, since I called that the Hierophant first, there is, the Hierophant represents our connection to our higher self, represents what love really is, the divine energy, the compassion, the understanding that we give to a fellow human being. Even in their worst moments, we give them some grace. We give ourselves the same grace. We step back and we go, this one's not about me. They're having a tough time right now. How do I just support that? How do I not take it personal? How do I not get hurt by the fact that maybe they need a little space or whatever it is? It's kind of an amazing story because it's one of coming into a time of peace, but recognizing that it doesn't mean that it's a snap of the fingers and now everything's perfect. I'm with this new person and I pretend like I was never hurt. There's no pretense in this, but there is huge happiness and a huge opportunity. Our Libra has all this happiness and this new life up ahead. This character who's been quite wounded, they have chosen every day to move toward happiness. And they do that even though there has still been, they have their history too. I like the fact that this is all about characters that are doing their best to really live their greatest life now. And the fact that they can share that together. And maybe that's why these two could be a great match, because they don't have unrealistic expectations that, well, you're supposed to be perfectly healed, have no problems whatsoever. I'm supposed to basically have this perfect relationship now with somebody who doesn't have a single thing that they deal with because I healed my stuff. So now you better be totally healed. It's not like that. This is a story where it's like, hey, we're both a little cracked, but you know what? We'll help glue each other together on the days that we're falling apart. It's a beautiful, beautiful vibe in this one, or at least I liked it. As always, they are fictional stories about fictional characters. I am not a psychic. I don't have that gift. So please just remember that as you listen to my art. If you enjoy it, awesome. Please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel. It's the only way my free channel can be here, is thanks to that free support. So I appreciate you guys. Bye.